Hello everyone and welcome back to TechnyFire, the #1 tech show lighting up Nigeria and beyond. I'm your host, Dakpo Aruwa Joy, the TechnyFire. And trust me, we are about to drop some serious hits today. Ready for a story of pure grit and genius. We're talking about student teams across Nigeria fueled by passion and working tirelessly to build AI that can make a real-world impact. This isn't just about a project. It's about a high-stakes competition with life-changing prizes. Let's discover how one company is lighting a fire for innovation on campuses, creating the next generation of tech leaders. But hold up, first, let's hit you with the latest in the world of technology in Tech News on Fire.
With $750 million backing the World Bank, Nigeria has begun construction of one of the world's largest solar mini-grid networks. The project aims to bring reliable and clean electricity to 17.5 million people and over 237,000 small businesses in rural areas, reducing dependence on expensive and polluting generators. 6 major African telecom operators are backing a new $40 smartphone that will be piloted in 6 countries, including Nigeria and Rwanda. The initiative aims to make internet access more affordable and close the continent's digital divide. China is now leveraging its vast number of electric vehicles to support its national power grid. Through vehicle-to-grid (V2G) technology, packed electric vehicles can transfer stored energy back to the homes and the grid during peak hours, effectively creating a massive and mobile battery network to help manage electricity demand. A new venture building autonomous military drones has received investment from Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. The company Powerhouse develops drones for high-risk environment, and the investment is raising conflict of interest questions amid ongoing military operations directed by the U.S. President. The U.S. Army is sending the Merab's counter-drone system, which has successfully intercepted over 1,000 Shahed-type drones in Ukraine, to the Middle East. The system provides a much cheaper air defense option against Iranian-made drones compared to expensive surface-to-air missiles. Apple has announced a range of new products featuring the all-new and colorful MacBook Neo, which start at just $599. The company also updated its MacBook Air and MacBook Pro lines with new M5 series chips and introduced a new high-end studio display XTR. Engineers from the University of Southampton have developed a black box for drones that uses blockchain to create a secure and tamper-proof log of the drone's operational and sensor data during flight. This innovation aims to improve trust and transparency in autonomous systems.
Welcome back. Now let's turn up the volume on how Nigerian youth are driving real innovation through hands-on battles and serious industry mentorship. Joining us today is the absolute boss making it all happen, Mrs. Oyebola Morakinyo, General Manager at Cavista Technologies Nigeria. She is a tech leadership powerhouse, driving global operations right from Lagos, championing youth talent development and leading the charge on initiatives like the Cavista Hackathon that's literally changing lives and bridging the massive gap between classroom theory and real-world impact. To do the discussion, we have Mrs. Oyebola Morakinyo. Good to have you join us today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Can I call you Bola?
Oye, preferably.
Oye, okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. Let's get to meet you. I couldn't do your introduction better. Let's get to meet you. Who are you?
Okay. So everybody calls me Oye, or Lady O as they call me at Cavista Technologies, where I'm the general manager today.
Okay.
And prior to that, my background has been in technology. So I studied electrical electronics engineering, then computer science, management of business systems. Yeah, all my career has been in technology and telecommunications, and it's just what I'm passionate about.
Amazing. Like how many years now?
25 years.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's tell us about Cavista Technologies. What's the passion that drives you, and how long have you been in Cavista?
So personally, I've been in Cavista for about 2 years. But Cavista itself, it's about 6 years old. And the passion that drives Cavista Technologies is to ensure that we are always hiring the best and the brightest to be able to deliver technology solutions to our clients globally and locally. So for us at Cavista Tech, our vision is to ensure that we're always creating the most innovative and respected technology solutions in whatever market that we are playing in, whatever technology that we are operating in, whether it's home healthcare, agriculture, telecommunications, fintech, whatever we find ourselves in. We are always ensuring that we are creating the best solutions that's available in that industry. And that drives us because why? We are always looking for top talent within the market. So we hire a lot of engineers locally. We currently have a workforce that's over 300. Of that workforce, about 70 to 80% are engineers and product specialists who have the skills and know-how to be able to serve our clients, even in the global market, from right here within Nigeria.
But you're not based in Nigeria, right? Only in Nigeria.
So Cavista Technologies is not based only in Nigeria. I work with the Nigerian team, but we have a presence in India, Botswana, the Philippines, and of course in Dallas in the USA.
Okay, you were trying to tell me what you guys really do. So in details, what do you do?
So what we do is solution development, digital transformation, and consultation. That's the three broad areas of what we do. We ensure that we take your process, we are able to translate it into simple terms, understand what your pain points are, what you want to make more efficient within your solution or within your processes or within your organization, and we're able to digitize that using solutions that we have tools to be able to, effect. And in this today's world where you have AI, being so trendy, we ensure that we put in automation and AI forward solutions in your whatever solution it is that we prefer for you, and then we take that and scale it up for you to allow your solution to scale up with the growth of the organization. So we take that headache from you. You can focus on whatever your core business is, whether it's agriculture, whether it's banking, whether it's home healthcare, and we take away all the burden that has to do with empowering your business with technology.
So if I need something now, if I need a solution, or I want a solution, you provide it for me. Is that what you're saying?
Ultimately, that's what it is.
Okay. And you know why, where the discussion started from is not even this. I'm just getting to know what Cavista does.
All right.
It's the hackathon. And so the interest came in when I discovered you are doing something for young minds.
Yes.
Do you want to tell the world what you do?
Of course. So the hackathon is something very dear to us. And we've tagged the hackathon our flagship event at Cavista Technologies, not just in Nigeria, but globally. So the hackathon happens in almost all our global offices around the world on the same day at about the same time. And it speaks to the follow the sun nature of even our operations itself. So the hackathon kicks off in India, takes on in Botswana, Nigeria, and then closes off in the US on the same day. Now, the hackathon for us is important because it allows us to impact our society. One of the passions of Cavista Holdings, which is the parent company of Cavista Technologies, is to create value and transform lives. So for us in Cavista Tech, that is where we create value and transform lives, going towards the youth. Why the youth? We believe that the youth are the largest untapped natural resources of Nigeria. They make up over 70% of our workforce, and that is huge. In an emerging economy, that tells you that if you're not able to tap into that resource, then you're not able to tap into the promises and the availability of business and emergence of growth within Nigeria. So you must tap into that natural resource. So being able to have the hackathon year on year and continue to increase the number of students that can participate in it ensures that we're able to tap into that space within our economy. This year we had 200 students in the room. 200 students.
What's the criteria for getting them?
So you need to be an undergraduate.
Okay.
You need to be part of the qualifying schools. This year we had 5 qualifying schools within the Lagos metropolitan area.
So what qualifies them?
So first come, first serve first, undergraduate, one of the qualifying schools, and have a group. That's it, something simple.
Okay.
And it's free of charge for them.
Okay.
We take care of the transportation, feed them, we essentially accommodate them because it's a 24-hour hackathon. So they start the hackathon on Saturday, finish on Sunday, go for the judging, and then we get winners, and everybody goes back to school. So being able to do that ensures that we are able to give back to our community, grow the next wave of technology big shots within Nigeria. This year, one of the invited guests had made a statement that stuck with every one of us, and that statement was simply that the next billion-dollar idea may very well be in the room. Yes, because we had so much energy of ideas, so much innovation in the room with all those 200 kids, and it speaks to our own long-term strategy of building capability, even for Cavista Tech, because if you're going to build the most innovative and respected solutions in the market, you need to have the best and brightest talent. And where best to start than, from the grassroots and at an early age. So that's why the hackathon is very important to us.
Amazing. This year, what's the winner?
Byte Bros.
Byte Bros.
From Lagos State University.
So what did they do?
So they came up with a solution that helps with help radiologists to interpret faster the scans for all these women-related issues like cancer, chest X-rays. They found out that the number of radiologists to customers was disproportionate. So even when you get your scan done quickly, it takes long for you to wait for interpretation because there's a long queue for radiologists. So they came up with an AI-enabled solution that would make it easier and faster for each scan to be read and the results given to the woman, helping the radiologist to, assist the clients.
Wow,
faster.
That's life-saving.
Yes, it is.
So, and the one, how much? 2 million, I guess?
Yes, only.
Only. You tried now. if you have 2 million in different places,
yes.
Do you know the impact? It's going to be massive.
Yes, it is.
Because I said you tried, really. Because at the end of the day, what happens to these people? So,
for us at the hackathon, when we go into this, and it's capital intensive, like I said, it's free. But, bringing in so many kids, bringing in all the facilities to make them comfortable, and ensuring that they have mentors and tools to be able to ideate for 2 days. It's capital intensive. But it's important to us for 3 major reasons, if I can say that. One is market insight. Market insight, why? Because we are solving real life issues. We are solving things that are important to users within the market. So it allows us to have early visibility into emerging trends and changing behaviors of the market. So it also gives us that insight. And then secondly, it helps us with talent identification. I said earlier that we're always looking for the best and the brightest. Is one of our mantras. It's one of the things that holds us through what we do. And what we do is that we look out for the students in this space, looking for the ones who are critical thinkers, the ones that can collaborate under pressure, the ones that can build solutions that can scale. You need to see the passion that the students bring when they're building these solutions. It's very inspiring. And then those students that we identify as top of the class, they eventually become part of our own long-term strategy to grow talent and grow our own capacity. And then thirdly, it's an ideation factory for us. So the most viable solutions don't just die after the hackathon ends. We continue to build a pathway for us to refine and test those solutions, and then eventually be able to add them to our own product roadmap at the end of the day. And then we also hire some of these students. We already have an adoption of about, I think, maybe 5 students that we've hired over the years who have gone through the hackathon, who have come to do their graduate internship with us and become full-time staff, who are now developers within our ecosystem. There's a little way for us to give back to our community and empower these kids to even have a brighter future. So
like almost every year you have like 300 students going through this?
No. So this is the biggest year we've had because we've gone bigger and bigger every year. So average of about 100 every year, but this year we had 200.
So that means, let's say 400, almost 700?
Between about 600, in the past 4 years.
Wow, amazing. That's commendable. I'm very, very. And again, is it like a CSR? Like it's like a CSR, and again, you're doing different things at once.
Yes. So it's multiple benefits. It's a CSR in the form that we're able to create value, like I said earlier, and we are hopefully transforming the lives of these young people, giving them hope for their ideas so they don't feel that there's no forum for them to be able to express themselves. So in that sense, it's a CSR. But we are also impacting our own ecosystem, which is technology, in the sense that we are bringing new talent into the ecosystem. So at the hackathon this year, we had different uptakers of talent in the room as well, who were able to identify and say, wow, I want to have a conversation with you after this. There was a radiologist in the room. So you can imagine radiologists listening to that solution by Bros and says, let's talk after this. Yeah, we've given birth to some kind of idea and can be an early startup. There were venture capitalists in the room who were waiting for them to say, okay, go finish school, come back and see me. So we're able to affect our ecosystem in the sense that we are providing talent, we're providing ideas into this ecosystem. And then Nigeria doesn't just become users of technology, but we are contributing to technology as well on the global stage.
I mean, which should be the picture, really.
Yeah.
We should contribute,
We should
not
contribute.
that we just use and use. So can you tell me some other innovations that came up?
Can I remember some of the other innovations that came up?
So there were too many.
There were too many. We had the top 10 category, and there were
Wow.
10 finalists that presented on the stage. And then we had, what do you call it? We had this section where we were able to identify people that stood out for different reasons.
Okay.
Categories, you know,
Though they
category
didn't
winners.
win, but they stood
out
out
for different reasons. Either the way they contorted their ideas, the way they presented, or their thought process, or their, you know, gender balance, whatever it was, they won those ones. But for the top 10, there were varying ideas that there's no way. But we have this documented and it's tracked for us year on year. So we're able to catalog all these ideas in one space if you need to access.
So, like, you're going to do bigger. You're going to have a bigger hackathon. Because now, I think every year, I think you started with like 100. Now you get to
we've done 100
300.
a couple of times. Now 200. So it's going to get bigger in many ways, not just in number. So in scope, in reach. So now we reach only a few schools within Lagos. We are considering reaching more schools in other regions within the country.
Okay. You're spreading it.
Yes.
Okay. And let me ask a question, really,
Sure.
because is the government doing enough when it comes to empowering younger minds? Really, because we're having a discussion out there. Like in some other countries, they teach them the native language.
Yes.
They learn technology like it's a normal thing. Are we doing enough to give the enablement to these younger minds?
Okay, that's an interesting question. So the government is trying. We hear different things. We are talking about the large language model that come up in, you know, I think in one of our native languages, or it's Pidgin. But of course, we always want more, and we need government to do more. We read all the time what other governments are doing in terms of early adoption of technology and even AI learning at an early age. I think it was in Japan that they've come up with this educational system where from age 5 upwards or so, they begin to teach them certain aspects of artificial intelligence. It's built into the curriculum at an early age. And then in the conversation we're having earlier, we're talking about how children in other countries learn with their own local language, because it's not always based on English. And that affects how you're able to develop models in the future in your own language, because not everything has English as its foundation. Imagine building a model for Yoruba. You are going to struggle if you're going to be using English as a foundation. So I think one of the things that the government can do more is to enable the early adoption of technology in schools and then encourage the use of local language teaching. I think that will filter into technology if we start now.
Because that resonates with an idea. I told you about the idea,
Yes.
the MVPs to MVPs ideas. Encouraging people to build technologies in their mother languages, as in their mother tongue, which is good. And you mentioned something, because that means we have to encourage the speaking of your mother tongue in the societies. Like you said in Cavista, you encourage people to speak Yoruba or any language.
Yes.
And that means the government has to, because then it used to be vernacular speaking is highly prohibited. You get caned for that. But nowadays, that means we have to encourage our languages as well.
We do. We have to encourage it. I mean, there are so many workplaces that consider local language as unprofessional. And who says that the language of business cannot be Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa? Why must it be English? Now we are learning Mandarin as a language of business. So why don't we learn Yoruba as a language of business in Nigeria? For the people who pull in a lot of resources in the retail markets in Okari and Co, the language of business is Yoruba.
Yes.
Exactly. So why can't we bring it into the workplace and let the language of C# be Yoruba? Exactly.
That is a coding.
It's one of the coding languages that we use.
I know. As in, do you code in Yoruba? Can you code in Yoruba?
As far as I know, no.
But it's possible.
It should be possible. It's a language. It's
Yeah,
syntax.
the language.
It's syntax.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, before we round up, let's get to, so where is Cavista Technologies going? What are you doing next? Let's get to our avenues, because the future is just there.
Yeah.
So what are you doing next?
I like what you said. The future is just there. It's
Yeah.
for the taking.
Yeah.
So for Cavista, we are in our building phase. We believe that if you want to build a skyscraper, you need to go down to have a solid foundation. So we are in our foundational phase where we are building the precepts, the building blocks, the foundation of where we want to go to. And I will reiterate what we see as our future: to be the most innovative and respected technology solution provider in the market. We didn't say to be the best coder or the best software development. No, it's so much more than just building software. It's having a partner that can come to the table and say, what is the issue that you're having? How can we help you? It may be coming up with processes that can make you more efficient, that can make you leaner in your expenditure. That may be the challenge that you're having. It may not just necessarily mean that you need a particular code, something very verbose or big. So we want to be a technology partner, you understand, within this market, such that when there are real issues to solve, whether it's at commercial level or government level, they will call Cavista because we have the expertise, we have the technical know-how, and we have the experience under our belt to contribute effectively in that conversation. That is where Cavista is going.
So Nigeria too, the future for Nigeria when it comes to technology. Are we almost there?
Oh, we're not almost there. We're not almost there because, you see, when we move, technology moves. So, but the good thing is that we are moving.
We are moving.
Yeah, so once we continue to move in our momentum, we will eventually get closer to it. Because you see, I don't think it's possible for you to be there because technology is never static. It's very dynamic. Yeah, one of the things that experts talk about these days, for example, is how business and AI will look like in the next decade. So what they say is that any business that is serious about surviving this decade must have a major adoption of AI. In fact, they must evolve from looking at AI as a competitive advantage, but rather as a baseline capability of your business. So if that is what you are chasing after, then you realize that, look at the businesses that we have around you. How many of businesses understand technology, let alone AI? Then talk about adoption into the business operations. So that's why I said we are moving, but we're not yet there. Businesses need to understand that you must integrate technology and artificial intelligence into your daily operations if you want to survive this decade.
So you no get choice.
You have no choice. You have no choice.
Thank you very much. A nice conversation. But for those listening, the younger ones, when is the next hackathon?
It's going to be coming up in first quarter of 2027.
Okay.
Yes.
So they should look forward to it.
Look forward to it.
Amazing. Oye, thank you very much for joining us today on TechnyFire.
Thank you. It's been lovely being here.
Yeah, I've learned one or two too. So I hope everyone has learned one or two also. Thank you very much. That's the conversation. And that's a wrap on another absolute banger episode of TechnyFire. Huge thanks to our powerhouse guest, Mrs. Oyebola Morakinyo, General Manager at Cavista Technologies Nigeria, for the real talk on discovering hidden talent and why betting big on Nigerian youth is the ultimate game changer for our tech future. Our tech ecosystem is burning brighter because of leaders and companies like these. All right, guys, to stay connected with us, you can follow us, drop comments via the handles showing on the screen. Until next time, keep pushing boundaries, keep coding, keep the tech fire burning. I am Dakpo Arua Joy signing out on TechnyFire.